The book, The Individual and the Nature of Mass Events, contains material dictated by Seth through Jane Roberts from the late 1970s to early 1980s, and offers a profound perspective on the connection between collective feelings, beliefs, and expectations, and events like natural disasters. While the book does not contain any specific information about the Texas floods of July 2025, as they predate that time, Seth's teachings provide a framework for understanding how such a mass event would be connected to the inner realities of individuals and the collective. According to Seth, your feelings and beliefs turn into the reality you experience, and you make your own reality. This core principle extends beyond individual experience to encompass mass events, including natural disasters like floods. Here's how this connection is explained: interior environment and exterior manifestations. Seth explains that there's an inner environment that connects all consciousnesses that dwell upon your planet. This mental or psychic environment is constantly in flux, and its activity provides you with all exterior phenomena. The mental patterns of people's feelings and thoughts rise up like flames from a fire and form temporal weather patterns that are exteriorized mental states, resulting in a physical version of man's emotional states. This means that physical phenomena like storms and floods are, to a significant extent, a manifestation of collective psychological activity. Collective formation of events. Inner reality and private experience give birth to all mass events. Just as a building is constructed from individual bricks, mass events are formed by many small, invisible happenings, where each of you has a mental hand. This psychological masonry applies to natural disasters as well as other mass occurrences. The dreams, hopes, aspirations, and fears of humanity interact in Framework 2, the inner creative dimension of reality, to form the events of your outer physical world. Framework 1. Active participation, not victimhood. Seth emphatically states that you are never victims of natural disasters, though it may seem that you are, for you have your hand in forming them. Instead, you are creatively involved in the Earth's cycles. Individuals and collective groups choose to participate in such conditions at spiritual, psychological, and biological levels. Even phenomena like a country's droughts, earthquakes, and floods are, in Seth's view, something for which the country is responsible. Fulfillment of intent and purpose. Natural disasters, like other mass events, serve purposes for the individuals involved and within the greater species framework. For some, such events might be chosen, consciously or unconsciously, as face-saving devices to end a life, particularly for those who have fulfilled their purposes or desire a dramatic exit. For survivors, these larger-than-life circumstances can serve to bring their lives into clear focus, offering a renewed sense of nature's power and often inspiring them to start a new life. The individual intents and the collective psychological configurations of those involved contribute to the formation of such events. Response to unsatisfied ideals and despair. When the quality of life that is considered spiritually and biologically necessary fails, adjustments occur, which can manifest as natural disasters if political or social means fail. Beliefs that foster despair are biologically destructive and can lead to the physical system shutting down. If mass action against appalling social or political conditions is ineffective, then other means are taken, and these are often in the guise of epidemics or natural disasters. These events serve as a biological outrage, and a warning that certain conditions will not be tolerated, spurring change. People may also unconsciously seek out such dramatic external crises if their internal idealism feels frustrated or their power to act is denied. The power of belief systems. Your civilization's survival is linked to the spiritual psychic state of each individual. Seth highlights that the predominant beliefs, whether religious or scientific, often create a generalized fear and suspicion, undermining a person's sense of worth and purpose. This leads to the body being under constant strain and manufacturing specific diseases or threatening situations as an outlet for accumulated tension. This principle extends to mass natural events, as collective fears and beliefs shape the experience of reality, the good and bad in mass events. Natural disasters, while appearing destructive, are also considered to be part of the Earth's vast creative and rejuvenating elements. The planet itself must be involved in constant change and instability to endure. Therefore, from a deeper perspective, such events serve both human and natural purposes, though human myths often obscure these interactions. Seth emphasizes that the ends do not justify the means. If collective pursuits of an ideal, for example, an economic good, lead to practices that risk harm, like pollution, this fanaticism undermines the very quality of life they intend to improve. In summary, according to Seth's teachings, an event like the Texas floods of July 2025 would be understood not merely as a random act of nature, but as a complex manifestation stemming from the interplay of the collective psychological environment, individual beliefs, emotions, and purposes. These inner states, consciously or unconsciously, contribute to the formation of physical events, serving as catalysts for change, expressions of collective issues, or even reflections of deeper, unacknowledged desires for experience or transformation on the part of those involved. Your thoughts, feelings, and expectations are the living brush strokes that paint your reality and contribute to the vast mental elements from which physical events will be formed.